Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 6. It is round 2 of the season. The first game for round 2 is North Melbourne versus Melbourne at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. Okay. First quarter's done. North Melbourne kicking 4 goals, 6:30 to Melbourne, 2-2-14. All right, let's go to the second quarter. North Melbourne are up by 16 points. Half time, we've got North Melbourne kicking 3 goals, 6 in that second quarter to Melbourne, 4 goals, 5. North Melbourne are up by 11 points. Third quarter. Third quarter, Melbourne have kicked 6 goals, 2 to North Melbourne, 2 goals, 6. And at 3/4 time, Melbourne are up by 9 points. All right, let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Melbourne have won by 25 points. They kicked 4 goals, 5 to North Melbourne, 2-1. Melbourne kicked 10 goals, 7 to 4 goals, 7 in that second half. North Melbourne final scores 11-19, 85 to Melbourne, 16-14, 110. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Hawthorn versus the Giants at Marvel Stadium. First quarter is done. 3-2 apiece. Level at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Hawthorn kicks 6 goals, 3 to Giants, 4 goals, 5. Half time, North Melbourne, Hawthorn are up by 10 points, 59-49. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, GWS kicking 5 goals, 4 to Hawthorn, 4 goals, 5. And at 3/4 time, Hawthorn are up by 5 points, 88-83. All right, let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Hawthorn, they kick 3 goals, 4 to GWS Giants, 2 goals, 5. And Hawthorn have won by 10 points. Final scores, 16-14, 110 for Hawthorn, GWS 14-16, 100. So same scoring shots, but Hawthorn win in the end. All right, let's go to the third game. It is Adelaide Crows versus Sydney Swans at Adelaide Oval. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter, Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 6, 42 to Adelaide Crows, 5-4, 34. So 8 points to Sydney. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 1 to Adelaide, 2, 3. And at halftime, Sydney are up by 30 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Adelaide, they've kicked 3 goals, 3 to Sydney, 1 goal, 2. And at 3/4 time, Sydney are up by 17 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And Adelaide, they've kicked 4 goals, 2 to Sydney, 1-6. But in the end, Sydney hang on to win by 3 points. Adelaide Crows, final score 14-12, 96 to Sydney, 14-15, 99. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Essendon versus West Coast Eagles at Marvel Stadium. We've got West Coast kicking 5 goals, 2 to Essendon, 2-5 in that first quarter. West Coast are up by 15 points. And West Coast, they kick another 4 goals, 5 to Essendon, 1-1. And at halftime, West Coast are up by 37 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Essendon, they kick 4 goals, 1 to West Coast, 3-1. But at 3/4 time, West Coast are up by 31 points. All right, let's go to the last quarter. In the last quarter, West Coast, they won the quarter. They kicked 5 goals, 1 to Essendon, 3 goals, 1. But in the end, West Coast, they've won by 43 points. Essendon final score 10-8, 68 to West Coast Eagles, 17-9, 111. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Brisbane versus Port Adelaide at the Gabba. We've got Brisbane kicking 5 goals 5 to Port Adelaide 1 goal 1 in the first quarter. 28 points down, Port Adelaide. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Brisbane, they kick 6 goals 1 to Port Adelaide 5 goals 5. And at half time, Brisbane are up by 30 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Port Adelaide, they kick 6 goals 5 to Brisbane 1 goal 6. And at three-quarter time, Brisbane are up by 1 point. All right, let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Brisbane have won by 7 points. They kick 6 goals 6 to Port Adelaide 5 goals 6. Final scores, Brisbane 18-18, 126 to Port Adelaide 17-17, 119. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Gold Coast Suns versus Carlton at Metricon Stadium. Carlton, they've come out. They kick 6 goals 3 to Gold Coast 4 goals 6. 9 points up, Carlton. Let's go to the second quarter. Gold Coast, they kick 2 goals 6 to Carlton 1 goal 4. And at halftime, Carlton are up by 1 point. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Gold Coast, they kick 4 goals 2 to Carlton 3 goals 1. And Gold Coast are up by 6 points. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Carlton, they kick 4 goals 4 to Gold Coast 3-1. And in the end, Carlton have won by 3 points. Final scores, Gold Coast 13-15, 93 to Carlton 14-12, 96. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Western Bulldogs versus Fremantle at Marvel Stadium. Western Bulldogs, they kick 6 goals 3, 39 to Fremantle 6-1, 37. And let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, pretty much even. Bulldogs, they kick 1 goal 5 to Fremantle 1 goal 2. And at halftime, Bulldogs are up by 5 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Bulldogs, they kick 6 goals 1 to Fremantle 5 goals 6. And at three-quarter time, Bulldogs are up by 6 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, the Bulldogs have won by 11 points. They kick 3 goals 4 to Fremantle 2 goals 5. Final scores, Western Bulldogs 16-13, 109 to Fremantle 14-14, 98. All right, let's go to the next game. It is match of the round. It's Richmond versus Geelong Cats at the MCG. We've got the Cats. They've come out strong and they've kicked 5 goals 6 to Richmond 1 goal 1. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Richmond, they've kicked back. They kicked 6 goals 4 to the Cats, 3 goals 6, 13 points down, Richmond at half time. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, even, 5-1 apiece. Still 13 points, 78 to 91. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Richmond have got over the top of the Cats. It took all 4 quarters. They scrambled in that second quarter to get it within reach. And Richmond, they've kicked 4 goals 6 to Cats, 1 goal 6. Richmond, final score 16-12, 108 to Geelong, 14-19, 103. So they've won by 5 points. All right, last game of the round, it's Collingwood versus St Kilda. Let's go to the first quarter. St Kilda, they've come out. They've kicked 3 goals 1 to Collingwood, 1 goal 6. 7 points to St Kilda. Second quarter's done. Collingwood have kicked 5 goals 3 to St Kilda, 4-1. And at halftime, Collingwood are up by 1 point, 45 to 44. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Collingwood have kicked 5 goals, 6 to St Kilda, 3 goals, 3. And at 3-quarter time, Collingwood are up by 16 points. The grand finalists from season 5 are up. Going into the last quarter, let's see who wins. And in the end, Collingwood have won by 35 points. They kicked 5 goals, 6 to St Kilda, 2 goals, 5. So that concludes round 2. Final scores: Collingwood 16-21, 117 to St Kilda 12-10, 82. All right, we've got the match of the round next week. It's West Coast versus Brisbane at Optus Stadium. So we've got Brisbane #1 offense team and West Coast the #1 defense team. West Coast are on top with 2 wins. They're going for their first final series in 6 seasons. We've got Richmond 2nd, Brisbane 3rd, Melbourne 4th, undefeated. And then we've got Hawthorn 5th, who are undefeated as well. Then we've got Geelong in 6th place, Collingwood in 7th, and Gold Coast Suns in 8th. And then we've got St Kilda down the bottom, who have got to play Geelong, who are in the 8. All right, that's exciting. We've got new top of the leaderboard. We had Richmond in the first week, and now we've got West Coast Eagles in the second week. All right, we'll see you next time on AFT Dice Season 6, Round 3 on Tuesday the 23rd of July. See you then.